Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin, the comic jabroni. Today I'm coming at you on the 7th of February 2019 with my new comic book day pickups video and review. It was a good day yesterday at the comic book store. I was able to get there after class, and comic shop owner, had my pull list ready. Plus I texted him throughout the day to get one or two more books pulled off the wall. Now that I have class on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock in the morning, I can't make it to my local comic shop right when they open. So I really have to, stay vigilant on my pull list to make sure that I have all the books that I want pulled. Plus, if there's anything else out there, I got to text my man at the store, the owner, Mike, and hopefully he can pull one for me, and he's always awesome about that. So this week there were some great pickups. Plus I picked up some books that came out last week and maybe 2 weeks prior to that I had a little bit of heat on them, a couple first appearances, and that, such things as that. I don't know, is that how you say that? Anyways, I want to start off, I'm not sure if you guys know the Let Go app. It's kind of like a Craigslist type deal. People put stuff on there that they want to sell. And I'm always on there searching for some deals, looking for comic books that people are selling. And I found a pretty good deal on there. And that's going to be this Venom Lethal Protector #1, guys. That's a book that I didn't have in my collection. The guy had it on that Let Go app, and I was really surprised about that. So he had that one, and he had Venom #2. I got both of those for a steal, guys. And on top of that, they're both newsstands. So that's a really awesome deal right there. Glad I was able to get those. I know these picked up a lot, picked up a lot of steam last year before the Venom movie came out. And I tried to get them at that time, but they were too expensive. So I wait for them to cool down a little bit, and boom, I went in and found some. So I'm not truly sure if the guy knew what he had, but he had these two. They were the newsstands, and I think the newsstands are a little bit harder to come by than the regular. Than the direct editions. They're definitely harder to find in a better grade. So anyways, let's get into last week. I promised a giveaway for that Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and the Aquaman 15, the Josh Middleton cover. So without further ado, here is the video. All right, guys, this is it. There is the URL for the video, the giveaway from last week. There were 28 unique commenters. So I'm gonna come on down here. Start raffle, pick random winner. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Winner is Fang Lee. Fang Lee, as always, good pickups. Bag my books with Scotch magic tape vertically. I couldn't get a copy of that Harley Quinn book, so I hope I win. Well, I guess I know which ones you're gonna pick, man. Congratulations. All right, Fang Lee, you are the winner. I am so excited to get 2 out of the 3 books out to you. So Fang, all you gotta do is I'll shoot you a message. Just email me back which 2 you want and your address, buddy, and I will get these shipped out to you in a hurry. So everybody go ahead and congratulate Fang Lee. As promised, every month I'm going to be doing these giveaways throughout the month. I'll be picking up, extra copies of some books that come out, books that are on the CBSI Hot Top 10 list, and I'll make them part of my giveaway for the month. So be on the lookout for those. Next month, at the beginning of March, I will do another one. And also, I'm getting up there to 400. I'm at 331. So when I get to 400, I have a really nice giveaway for you guys. I'm actually reaching for it right now, and I'll give you a little taste of that. Not exactly sure if you guys know what that is, but that's all you're gonna get. When I get to 400, I'll be doing a giveaway for that. As you can tell, there's the shield emblem on there. So anyways, let's get into what did Edwin the Comic Jabroni pick up this week. We're going to start off with independent books like I always do. And there was one this week from Image Comics, and that's going to be die number 3. This is the Stephanie Hans cover. Absolutely amazing story, guys. I will give this a 10 out of 10. There are only 3 issues in, and this book has me going crazy. I love it. It's Dungeons and Dragons meets Jumanji. This story right here kind of slows it down a little bit. Kind of a tearjerker, I gotta tell you that, man. This one's so awesome to read, yet it's really tough reading at the same time because you just feel for some of these some of the characters that are in here. I don't want to spoil too much. They do fight a dragon in this one. You get a little bit more of the story of this land that they're in, but guys, I'm gonna show you a lot more books, in this video. But die number 3 is the book to go and get. This series is incredible. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Artwork is amazing. The story is just top notch, guys. All right, let's go. Got a bunch of books, so I kind of want to get through them quick. I don't want to hold you up too much. Let's get into Marvel. Marvel, there were a few. As you know, I don't really pick up too much Marvel, but when there's some good books out there, I will. This one came out last week or 2 weeks ago. Miss Marvel 37. Biggest reason I picked that up is because right at the end there is a first appearance of, I want to say it's Miss Marvel's nephew. This kid shows up this little baby shows up right at the end, and his eyes are glowing. So you never know what's going to happen with that. Could show up 5-10 years from now, and people are going back, oh, I need Miss Marvel 37. Well, guys, go out to your local comic shop, see if they have it, because the print runs on these are incredibly low. I don't even know if they're hitting the 20,000 on this book, so I would go pick it up. I don't know if 37 is the last or 38 is going to be the last issue of the series. Next one up for me, this is going to be my Marvel pick of the week for me, and that's going to be Conan the Barbarian number 3. This is the Whilce Portacio, I hope I say his name right, variant. I was super surprised. When I got to my local comic shop, it was around 5:30 or 6 in the evening, and they had this with the other books on the wall, right? Usually my local comic shop, with any incentive variants, they put them off on like an end cap somewhere else. Well, this one was on the wall with the other Conan books, and it's a 1 for 10. So if you look on Midtown, it's like a $10 book. They had this one along with the other covers. I was gonna pick up the Eastside Ribbage cover, the A cover, but when I saw that they had this cover at cover price, I couldn't pass it up. Absolutely love this Conan story. For me, Conan is just an incredible story right now. I'm glad Marvel has it back. These issues are more like kind of like one-shot stories, kind of showing you how Conan came up. This is all before he became King Conan. This one's about him going to a town, and they're gonna try to kill him, right? The government there is going to hang him from a tree because he was convicted of a crime of stealing. The rest of the town wants to kill him. Let me tell you, this story is incredible, and I love how at the very end of these, they bring back those little kids from the first issue, right? Because I think the first issue is going to be their first appearance. So these kids with the Red Witch, they keep bringing them back. So all these stories, they're moving into something bigger. Absolutely love it, guys. You need to go pick up Conan. It is an awesome read. And I love this cover. I couldn't pass it up because the cover is just incredible too. Him holding that big ass broadsword with one arm. Look at, he's ripped to shreds too. Most of us wouldn't be able to hold that sword up with 2 hands, but Conan is an animal. Anyways, let's keep going. Avengers 14, that's going to be Legacy issue 704. I love how they show that Legacy issue right here at the top. Took me a while to figure out what that was, but I got it figured out. Anyways, I haven't been picking up too much Avengers. Used to be a really big fan of Avengers. I just think once they, once 700 hit and then they kind of rebranded the Avengers, I kind of fell off on them. I do like that they picked Blade, to be an Avenger now. Kind of a name that hasn't been thought of much, but they're bringing them back in. So I'm thinking the MCU, right, in the movie world, they might do something with Blade, especially if they're bringing him into the comic book world. In this one right here, you get I think it's a first appearance of this character right back here. That's going to be the Shadow Colonel, and he has a team with him. they're vampires, but they're going out and killing the rest of the vampires in the world. They are villains. What gets me though about the Shadow Colonel is he kind of looks like he should be in the Star Wars world, right? He looks like a stormtrooper. Kind of cool. I dig it. I might be picking up issue 15 as, you know, I give it a 7 out of 10 or so. Let's see where they're going, because right now they're fighting a bunch of vampires. And what I absolutely like though, what I love about Marvel that DC doesn't do, is if you haven't been picking up Avengers, you can get into it, and at the beginning of the book, they give you kind of like a brief synopsis of what's been going on, so you're not too lost. Let's keep going. Next Marvel book I picked up, Tony Stark Iron Man number 8. Now, I did say in my last video that this book might have something to do with Hulk and the One Below All. Now, I must have read it wrong. It was on Midtown, but this book has not a damn thing to do with Hulk. Now, I really do like this cover. This cover was sold out at my local comic shop. I was able to get one at another shop. I'm a whiskey man myself. Love drinking some whiskey, so having Iron Man on that cover, all white cover with the whiskey glass there, it's pretty cool. As far as the story goes, nothing to write home about. They're in this virtual reality world, and there's this controller that's taking over virtual reality. Tony Stark's trying to fight him. I probably won't be picking up any more Iron Man, but I did pick it up because I thought there was going to be some Hulk in here, and I absolutely like this cover though. That cover with the whiskey glass, really nice. Now, my second Marvel book, right below, I think Conan, and then this one's next, Immortal Hulk number 13. This is going to be the end. This is the conclusion of that Hulk in Hell story. Hulk gets his powers back in this one because if you know from the last issues, the Absorbing Man had taken that gamma radiation out of him, so he was kind of a skinnier, scrawnier looking Hulk. Well, Hulk gets his powers back. I don't want to go too much into how they get out of hell and what happens, but at the end, there's kind of a surprise with Hulk and somebody else from his past. Don't want to get into it, guys, but absolutely, you should be picking up Immortal Hulk. I've said it every week since the Hulk's come out. You need to be on the Hulk bandwagon right now. So that's it from my independents and from Marvel. Let's get into, I'm making a mess of things, guys. Let's get into DC. All right, so first book, this book came out last week. I didn't pick it up, but wanted to pick it up this week. That's going to be the Flash Annual number 2. Biggest reason I got this was it's kind of continuing on with the Heroes in Crises. As you know, in that last Flash that came out last week as well, Flash finds out that Wally West is dead. So he's kind of struggling with that fact that Wally's dead, right? They just brought him back into, when Rebirth kicked off, because during New 52, Wally had disappeared. He's back, but now he's dead. You get Godspeed in this one. Don't want to ruin it why Godspeed's in there. But you also have some Impulse. Impulse is running around. He's trying to figure out where everybody's at, but he's in he might be in a different universe or a different time. He's not exactly sure. But if you're reading Young Justice, you know Impulse he's on that team. So this kind of this is worked into it. This Flash Annual, really good book. All right, next one. I got it mostly for the cover. Did not read it, guys. That's going to be the Female Furies number 1. Big Barda right there on the cover. This is a Francisco Mattina. I know there's been some controversy with Mattina. Let me try to get that glare. That glare is killing me. There you go, taking it out. There's been some controversy with Mattina and stealing other people's works, but I like this cover. As far as the artwork inside, it's really old school type of retro look, 70s or 80s. As much as I like those books in the 70s and 80s, I don't want my books now to have that sort of feel. So not a fan. I did not read it, and I probably won't pick up any more Female Furies, but I did like this cover. Let's get into one that I did get for cover, but when I read it, I absolutely thought it was a great book. Harley Quinn 58. I'm gonna actually show you guys. That's how it looks right there. I know this was a really hot book for the week. My comic shop was sold out. I actually had to text. You know what? Let's put it this way. So I text the owner See if I can move this down. You can see a little bit better. There you go. So I text the owner yesterday morning. He was like, dude, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. I'll put one in your box. This continues on. Harley Quinn met this Miranda who gave her this belt, and now she's on these trials to become this greater being. But in this one, she teams up with Batman to figure out this mystery. They do some detective work. It's a really good issue. I'm not always a fan of Harley Quinn and the way her dialogue comes across, but when her and Batman are together, I can kind of dig it. They're actually handcuffed together for most of this issue, trying to figure out this murder case. So really good book. I hope you guys were able to get out and actually find this Harley Quinn, this B cover. And you want to know what? The A cover was pretty dope too. I like that, and I might, if I can find it, I'll probably pick that one up. Another one, we got Green Lantern number 4. Gotta tell you guys the truth. I am not a big fan of this new Green Lantern, because there's just, maybe because I've read some Green Lantern in the past, but I don't know all the mythologies and all the different worlds and sectors that they have. It's kind of a hard read because they're just throwing around so many different names of worlds and people and different places, and it's tough. But I think at the end, you get this appearance of this character, which it says that they were in the first or the second issue of Green Lantern. I don't remember, but there is that Count Belzebeth. She's like she might be a vampire. I don't know really what she is, but the story goes with this guy on this world telling a story of how Green Lantern and these other lanterns stop these sun eaters. So it's okay. I might be stopping, guys, to tell you the truth, with Green Lantern. But we'll see with number 5. I might pick up number 5. We'll see what. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Green Lantern 4. Next one up, picked up Young Justice number 2. This is the B cover. Not a big fan of that cover. I don't really know why I picked it. I should have grabbed, making a mess of things. I should have grabbed the A cover, but I picked up the B. This one, the team has kind of been split apart, and they're on this gem world. They're trying to get reunited together. Really dig it. There's a lot of you get a lot of Wonder Girl story on here. So kind of dig that. I'm going to continue on with Young Justice. I really like the first one, and I really enjoyed the second one. I like these the teams with teens on them. I like the dynamic there. I like their dialogue together. The storylines are pretty good all the time. So I'm going to continue on with Young Justice. I got to say maybe an 8.5 out of 10 on Young Justice 2. All right, 3 more books, guys. Here we go. Adventures of Super Sons number 7. The Super Sons have been stuck on Prison Planet. They're trying to get off the planet. Robin and Jonathan Kent have been split apart. The guys who run this planet know that Jonathan Kent he becomes more powerful with exposure to the sun, right? So they kind of put him off into this dark room where they're hoping that his strength and his energy will go away. Robin's trying to find out where he's at. You do get the first appearance of this new lantern, this teenage lantern. So there's a first appearance there of that. You get a few first appearances here of some other minor villains. So this might be a good one to go pick up, guys. Adventures of Super Sons. I absolutely love the story. I love these two together. Like I've said, Damian Wayne, my favorite Robin, and I like this Superboy, Jonathan Kent. So Super Sons on my pull list every month. Next one up, we got Justice League 17. Now, I have to say, out of all the DC books, this was my read of the week. Justice League has kind of fallen off with me for the last 3 issues because they were on that Thanagar Prime, and I wasn't really the biggest fan of Hawkgirl, Hawkman, even Martian Manhunter. But this picks back up after that Justice League annual that came out, where they weren't able to stop Perpetua from going into the hands of Brainiac and Lex Luthor. Well, in this issue, you get Martian Manhunter on Mars with Lex Luthor. And they're talking to each other because the Manhunter needs Lex's help to find somebody from his childhood. Now they go into this whole backstory of how Martian Manhunter was captured on Earth as a child, and they were experimenting on him. But there was another child there that befriended the Manhunter. Now I'm totally not going to spoil this for you guys because I think it's incredible. You guys need to read it. But they show you who this child is. And it like blew my mind. Like, holy crap. I had to read it 2 times to like really just take it all in. This was such an awesome story. Justice League 17, the B cover. Loved it, guys. You got to go get it. This is a 9. Die was my read of the week. This is my DC read of the week. 9.5 out of 10. And last book of the week, we got Batman 64. That is a beautiful Sean Murphy cover, the B cover. I love these side ones they do, with the Harley Quinn. They did it with Batman now. So, of course I would do that, right? I'm always messing things up. What the hell? So anyways, there's Batman 64. Tom King is absolutely killing me with these stories, but this one's pretty good because it's going into Heroes in Crisis. So for these next, I think 2 issues on Batman, 2 issues on Flash, those 2 are going to team up together to try to figure out what's going on with the deaths of these heroes in the Heroes in Crisis. This one has to do with Gotham Girl. If you remember from was it Rebirth? Yeah, it was Rebirth Batman. Gotham Girl and Gotham were 2 new heroes in the city of Gotham that Gotham, the brother, he went crazy. Using his powers, kind of killed him. So this one you get Gotham Girl doing some bad things, and Batman is trying to figure out, what's going on. So I would suggest going to get Batman 64 because there is kind of a little craziness going on there at the end. I dug it. But mainly because I guess I'm a Batman fan. Tom King's not my friend. I'm not even sure. Is Tom King writing these stories? Let me see. Apologize about that. I don't want to give you the ending here, but let me show you the inside and how it's kind of drawn. Looks pretty good there. Let me see. Is it written by Tom King? The writer is Joshua Williamson. So there you go. No wonder. I dug it way more than the. That's probably why I liked it a lot more than the others, because Tom King isn't writing it. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of Batman 64 if you picked it up. That's all I got for you this week. Hope you liked my reviews and what I picked up. Again, Fang Lee, you are the winner. So everybody, send him some congratulations. But that's all I got, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.